a proposal you've spent all night perfecting. You refresh your inbox every hour. Nothing. You don't know if they opened it, if they hated the price, or if it's just buried under 400 other emails. Do you follow up tomorrow? Next week? Do you say, "Hey, just checking in," and hope you don't sound desperate? This is exactly the problem a tool called SendTurtle is trying to fix. It lets you send documents with built-in analytics and e-signatures, so you actually know what happens after you hit send. If you want to check it out while we go through it, the link is in the description. Let's dive in. If you're a consultant, a sales manager, or a solopreneur, your documents are basically your shop window. Proposals, contracts, decks, onboarding docs. They're often the difference between we're in and we'll think about it. The annoying part is what happens after you send them. Typically, you attach a PDF to an email. Maybe you send a Dropbox or Google Drive link. If you're fancy, you use DocuSign or Adobe Sign for signatures, but you still don't know, did they even open it? Which pages did they read? Where did they get stuck? Did they forward it to the real decision maker? So your follow-up sounds like just bumping this to the top of your inbox, which is code for, I have no idea what's going on. Sales managers will relate to this too. You've got reps sending decks and proposals, but you're flying blind on actual engagement. Some deals stall, and you only find out when it's already dead. And if you're a solopreneur, you're doing everything yourself, selling, delivering, chasing signatures, and every, did you get a chance to review? Email is another micro-anxiety. Most e-sign tools solve the signing bit, but not the, did they engage and where? Bit. File sharing tools solve the delivery bit, but not the what happened after. Bit. That's the gap SendTurtle is going after. I came across SendTurtle on AppSumo, and the promise was very sharp. Share documents securely with page-by-page analytics and e-signature for smart follow-ups. It's pitched as an alternative to Adobe Sign, DocuSign, PandaDoc, and Proposify, but with this extra layer of intelligence on top. The line that got my attention was, "You can't close deals if you don't know who's reading your documents." And they weren't just tracking opens. They talked about page-by-page analytics, heat maps, time spent per page, AI engagement scores, AI summaries of how each contact interacted, and real-time alerts when decision-makers open or stall, all coming from a team with a cybersecurity background, which explains the obsession with secure file links and audit trails. So essentially, secure file sharing, e-signatures, plus a brain, they call it Deep IQ, that tells you what to do next. It sounded almost too good, like Netflix watch history but for your proposals. So I tried to imagine how this would fit into a normal sales or consulting workflow. Let's say I'm a consultant pitching a $5,000 strategy project. Normally, I'd export a nice PDF proposal and email it. With SendTurtle, I log in and upload that PDF instead. From there, I create a secure link. I can set an expiration date, restrict access to specific email addresses or domains, disable downloads if I don't want my slides floating around, and keep everything under that one trackable link with a full audit trail. SendTurtle gives me a link. I paste it into my email. Here's your proposal. This link will open it in your browser. Client clicks. The moment they do, I get a real-time alert. Jane opened proposal V3 PDF. Inside SendTurtle, I can see how many times Jane visited the file, how long she spent on each page, a heat map showing which sections got attention, where she dropped off. Maybe she spent 3 minutes on the pricing page and only 10 seconds on the cover. Maybe she read everything except the case studies. This is where Deep IQ kicks in. SendTurtle automatically scores her intent with an AI engagement score. It then generates an AI action summary, something like, Jane viewed 90% of the document, paused longest on pricing and deliverables, skipped case studies. Recommended follow-up. Clarify ROI and offer to walk her through pricing options. Now when I follow up, instead of saying, did you have a chance to read it? I can say, I noticed you had a look at the proposal. Happy to hop on a quick call to talk through the pricing and deliverables, as that's usually where most questions are. It feels tailored and timely, not spammy. Now imagine it's a proper contract that needs signing. I can turn that same document into an e-signature workflow right inside SendTurtle. I add signature fields. I set multiple signers if needed and define the signing order. maybe first the manager, then legal, then procurement. I send the link. They open it on any device, laptop, tablet, phone, and sign. I see where they paused in the contract. If legal stopped on Clause 7 for 2 minutes, I know exactly what to be ready to explain. I get notified when each person signs and when it's fully executed. So now one tool covers secure file sending, page analytics, heat maps, engagement scores, AI next step suggestions, and e-signatures. One slightly no-way moment for me was realizing you can also receive files through a secure portal. So if you need a client to send you sensitive documents, IDs, NDAs, onboarding forms, you can have them upload through a secure, trackable link instead of random email attachments. All of this is tracked. File visit stats, total visits per file, average percentage viewed, drop-off reports. Basically, every important PDF or deck becomes a mini analytics dashboard. So what do you actually gain from all of this? First, better timing. Instead of following up blindly 3 days after sending something, you follow up when they're actually engaging. You get real-time alerts when a key stakeholder opens the proposal. That's the perfect moment to send a "if you're reviewing now, I'm around for questions" message. Second, better conversations. Because you know which pages they lingered on and where they dropped off, your follow-ups are specific. Instead of "any thoughts?" you can say, "I saw you spent a bit of time on the implementation timeline. Happy to adjust that if it feels too aggressive." It makes you look switched on and helpful, not pushy. Third, faster deals. When you combine engagement analytics with e-signatures in one place, there's less friction. No separate tool for sharing. Another for tracking. Another for signing. One link. They review, they sign. You get paid. Now let's talk about the deal itself. On AppSumo, SendTurtle has a single all-inclusive plan as a lifetime deal. License Tier 1 is $49, one-time payment. The regular price is $180, so you're getting about 73% off. For that $49 lifetime, you get up to 500 AI analysis pages per month. So 500 pages where deep IQ and the AI summaries kick in. 5 e-signature documents per month. So if you're doing a handful of contracts or proposals that require signatures each month, you're covered. Up to 100 GB of file sharing per month. Unlimited file links. Unlimited files received. You also get secure file link sharing. A file receive portal. File previews in the browser. Tracking of link viewers. AI engagement score. AI action summaries. Page view heat maps. File visit stats. Time spent per page. Average percentage viewed. Total visits per file. Drop-off reports. Custom link expiration. Everything basically unlocked feature-wise, just within those usage caps. If you compare that $49 one-time to typical tools, DocuSign or Adobe Sign can easily be $20, $40 a month per user. PandaDoc and Proposify are often in that same ballpark. So you're looking at a price that's less than 1 or 2 months of a mainstream e-signer proposal tool for lifetime access. There is a catch, of course. This is an AppSumo Launchpad product, which means it's an earlier stage startup with a lot of potential but still growing. On AppSumo right now, there are no public reviews yet. You'd literally be one of the first users. The upside is the crazy low price. The downside is you're an early adopter. That's where the 60-day money-back guarantee is useful. You can plug SendTurtle into your sales process, send real proposals, get signatures, see the analytics, and if it doesn't fit, you refund and move on. So, who is SendTurtle actually perfect for? If you're a consultant, coach, or agency sending a few high-value proposals and contracts each month, this fits like a glove. You don't need hundreds of e-sign docs. You just need deep insight into the ones that matter. If you're a sales manager running a small team, it's also interesting. You can standardize how proposals are sent and finally see which ones get real engagement. If you're a solopreneur closing project-based work, designers, developers, copywriters, this is a nice upgrade from just emailing PDFs and hoping for the best. Who is it probably not for? If you're in a very high-volume environment, like HR sending out dozens of contracts a week, or a giant sales org pushing out hundreds of NDAs and order forms, the 5 e-signature docs per month limit on this plan will feel tight. If your main need is complex document creation and templating, like advanced CPQ, dynamic pricing, content libraries, approvals, then a more heavyweight tool like PandaDoc or Proposify might still be a better fit. And of course, because it's an early-stage startup, you should be comfortable with things evolving. Features will improve, the interface might change, and you might hit the occasional rough edge. For most solo and small sales setups, though, the simple question is, does this give me enough intelligence on my key documents that I close more deals with less guesswork? Most of us don't need more tools in our stack. We need a few good ones that quietly give us superpowers in the moments that matter. If you want to try SendTurtle, the link is in the description. Use it for your next couple of proposals or contracts and see if the analytics actually change how you follow up. Next, I'm planning to compare this kind of analytics-first approach against a more traditional DocuSign plus Google Drive setup to see which one actually helps close more deals in practice. So if you're curious about that, feel free to subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's product review. And in the meantime, maybe don't send your next big proposal as a dumb PDF attachment. Try something that actually tells you what happens after you hit send.